Imagine discovering that the world is full of hidden psychopaths, people who walk among us undetected, manipulating, deceiving, and thriving in places you'd never expect. What if I told you that some of the most powerful people, including CEOs, politicians, and even doctors, might be psychopaths? The Psychopath test by Ronson takes us on a dark and thrilling journey into the minds of these individuals. Let's dive into this chilling exploration of madness, power, and deception. Welcome to Reading's Menu. Today, we uncover the shocking truth behind psychopathy. Ronson's investigative journey in the Psychopath test introduces us to bizarre stories, psychological theories, and real-world encounters that challenge everything we thought we knew about mental illness and the way society labels people. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Chapter 1. The missing part of the puzzle revealed. Our story begins with a mysterious book, a package mailed to multiple academics worldwide, filled with cryptic messages. Ronson is intrigued. This puzzle leads him deep into the world of psychiatry, where he meets a neurologist who tells him about the infamous Hare Psychopathy Checklist, a tool used to diagnose psychopaths. This checklist becomes Ronson's guide in his journey to uncover the hidden psychopaths around us. But can psychopathy really be diagnosed so easily? Or is it more complicated than we think? Chapter 2. The Man Who Faked Madness. Ronson visits Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital, to meet Tony, a man who supposedly faked madness to avoid a prison sentence. But once inside, Tony realized he couldn't convince the system that he was actually sane. His case raises a disturbing question. Are psychiatric labels used to trap people rather than help them? Ronson begins to question how mental health diagnoses work, and whether psychopathy is sometimes misdiagnosed. Chapter 3. Psychopaths dream in black and white. Delving deeper into the science, Ronson learns that psychopaths have distinct brain functions. Studies show they process emotions differently, often lacking fear, empathy, and guilt. He interviews experts who reveal chilling details. Many psychopaths are charming, manipulative, and ruthless. These traits don't just exist in criminals. They're often found in successful business leaders, too. This revelation changes Ronson's perception of power and success. Chapter 4. The Psychopath Test. Ronson gets his hands on the 20-point psychopathy checklist created by Dr. Robert Hare. As he studies the traits, superficial charm, pathological lying, lack of remorse, he starts diagnosing people around him. He even meets a famous CEO rumored to be a psychopath. The experience is eye-opening. But he also wonders, does having a few psychopathic traits make someone dangerous, or are we over-pathologizing human behavior? Chapter 5. Toto. Here, Ronson explores a strange world of fringe psychiatry. He meets a former Scientologist who claims psychiatry is a corrupt industry built on fake disorders. This chapter forces us to ask, are mental illnesses real conditions, or are they socially constructed? It's a thought-provoking chapter that challenges everything we believe about psychological diagnoses. Chapter 6. Night of the Living Dead. Ronson investigates how the media plays a role in shaping our views on mental illness. Sensationalist reporting often paints criminals as psychopaths, reinforcing public fear. But what if the real danger lies elsewhere? He discovers that many so-called psychopaths are victims of misdiagnosis, while others in positions of power escape scrutiny. Chapter 7. The Right Sort of Madness. Ronson examines how some people weaponize mental illness labels for their own gain. He interviews former criminals who claim their psychiatric diagnosis helped them get reduced sentences. The justice system, he learns, often struggles to differentiate between genuine mental illness and manipulation. Chapter 8. The Madness of David Shaler. Ronson meets David Shaler, a former MI5 officer, who believes he's the Messiah. This bizarre encounter highlights how society determines sanity. What separates a visionary from someone deemed insane? This chapter blurs the lines between mental illness and extreme belief. Chapter 9. Aiming a Bit High. Ronson explores corporate psychopathy, meeting experts who reveal that CEOs often score high on the psychopathy checklist. These leaders are fearless, ruthless, and highly manipulative, traits that help them climb the corporate ladder. But is this necessarily a bad thing? The unsettling truth is that society rewards psychopathic traits in business and politics. Chapter 10. The avoidable death of Rebecca Riley. This tragic chapter follows the case of a young girl wrongly diagnosed with mental disorder and over-medicated to death. Ronson exposes the dark side of psychiatric overreach and the pharmaceutical industry's role in labeling children too quickly. It's a heartbreaking reminder of how labels can destroy lives. Chapter 11. Good luck. As the book concludes, Ronson reflects on everything he's learned. He realizes that the power to label someone as a psychopath is a dangerous tool. The book leaves us questioning. Are we too quick to label others? And how many true psychopaths are walking free unnoticed? So, what do you think? Are psychopaths really as easy to identify as we've been led to believe, or is the truth far more complex? Let me know in the comments. If you found this summary intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating books. Until next time, stay curious and question everything.